Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the very first episode of PremierTalk TV. My name is Parker. I'm a Tottenham supporter, as you can see. Joining me today, Pierce. How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing good, man. Thanks for joining me for the first time on PremierTalk TV. We have a couple other people that may be joining us later, so we'll keep up for that. Look out for that. And yeah, they just started off. So Pierce, tell me about how you think Chelsea has, done so far. I know it's only been 4 games, and we took a couple weeks off. But what do you think so far of Chelsea?
Oh, it's hard to watch, man. It's very
Yeah.
hard to watch. Yeah. I think we're still in the growing phase. Like, we're at the very beginning still, and
hmm
Pochettino is still working out his kinks. He doesn't seem like he
Yeah.
knows what he wants to do yet. He's doing a different plan than he implemented in preseason. He's like trying new stuff because we have so many injuries. So
hmm
without Christopher Nkunku, who was going to be our like star player, or we hoped was going to be our star player, he's been out since preseason. So it has not looked good, man. It's been really hard to watch.
Yeah. Well, it's always going to be a slow start, I think, for a new manager, especially when you start at the beginning of the season. I know sometimes, when your team's doing bad and you get a new manager, things can turn around really quickly. Where like the next game you can just go crazy and just win like the next 5 games. Do you think that he's going to have the sort of time that he needs to like actually do what he wants to do at Chelsea, or do you think he's going to get the sack like early? What do you think?
Oh man, I think he's going to have time. I think they're going to give him
Yeah,
time. Yeah, I think they
for
wanted to give
sure.
Potter time, but it was just so bad. And I
Yeah,
don't see this. I don't see the Pochettino reign being that bad. So
yeah.
no, I think he's going to have
It
time.
is okay for sure. Joining us also is Kelman, just coming into the studio. How you doing, Kelman?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. So Kelman is our Manchester United fan. So we're here to talk about all the different clubs. So right now, yeah, we got a Chelsea fan, Tottenham, and now Manchester United. Kelman, tell me just initial thoughts on your season so far, Manchester United, and
Oh, that's tough. It's been interesting start. Not the best starts. The transfer window, in my opinion, wasn't the best. We don't look great on the field at all, and now issues
yeah,
off the field too. So it's just been a mess, honestly.
yeah, with Jadon Sancho, right?
Yeah,
Some
and Anthony now as
oh,
well.
Anthony with the
Yeah,
allegations. Yeah,
exactly. So it's just a mess.
you guys have a lot of players on your team that are kind of fighters, if you will. That's
Yeah. Honestly,
you guys get in trouble a lot. That's for sure.
definitely. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So.
I mean, Hoyland looked good his first game, the first like 30 minutes.
hmm
So it's still early. And now with Emmerbet, we'll see if things change. But
Yeah.
what they need to change, honestly.
Gotcha. So let's talk about the transfer this so far this summer, at least. How we thinking? Like, how we thinking about our club so far? How is our transfer so far this summer? Uh, Start with you, Pierce.
Oh man, we had the most epic transfer season ever. Oh my god, we got rid of so many players. Like, our squad is completely different. We got rid of like 15 players. We brought like 15 players in.
hmm
It's been
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, it's been wild. It's a whole new club. Um, yeah, super epic.
With
Um,
Todd Bowley, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get. He can literally change everything up in a summer or in a couple weeks. Like I think he fired and
Super
hired a
ambitious.
brand new Chelsea. Back what's it called? Just like
Yeah, we have
behind
like
the
sporting
scenes. What am I
directors and
thinking?
like talent
Yeah, yeah,
scouts and stuff like that. So But yes, it's been wild. So we have a whole new team. It's extremely young. They're all on like 7-8 year contracts plus one. It's like they're in Chelsea jail now, so they're going to be here for quite a long time.
Do you
But they're
think
all
that's
so
like
young.
Todd Bowley is kind of like, or I might be saying his name wrong, but do you think that's kind of like his style? He wants to sign players for like a long term, kind of like he does with baseball. You know what I mean? Players in
So I hope
America.
that he's not doing like a Dortmund thing or like a Brighton thing where he just wants to like buy young players and then flip them on to like Real Madrid and Bayern and Barcelona and shit. I hope not. I really freaking hope not. I hope that he wants to build a team to win and have a core group of players. That's what I'm really hoping for. But because he keeps signing all these young players, we're like, they can't all make it. So
yeah, but that's what Poach
it's
wants.
Just interesting.
Right?
It's just interesting. I don't think so. No, I think he wants some more experienced players. I mean, yeah, he can do young players, but I think we didn't get like Ugarte. He went to PSG. He was like a mid-20s midfielder, like strong, experienced player. But no, we didn't really get like any experienced players. It's insane. So I think he's pretty upset about that, actually.
Gotcha. Well, what about like Silva? I mean, he's also an experienced player that's already on your team.
True, but it's like all the way on the other end. We need players in like 25, 26, 27. Like players like Rudiger used to be like a few years ago, just like at their prime, like super strong,
Sterling
not
is
making
the
a
only
ton
one I
of
can think of.
mistakes. Yeah, we have Sterling.
And he started pretty hot too. He's been looking electric the first few games.
That's true.
Yeah,
Chilwell,
he
definitely knows how to play.
That's about it. Yeah. So
but yeah, like you said, with all those players with Chelsea, they just need to little by little dwindle that down and get the right 18, and then slowly start getting rid of people. But just a complete rebuild. It's crazy what they're doing.
Yeah, a lot of young players, that's for sure.
I don't know if that's going to be a new
you?
trend or anything. I don't know if like other teams are going to start just picking up on like making their team really young or not. Or, I don't think City's going to do that. But
well, no, we don't care about City on this podcast. So
fuck City, but yeah.
Arsenal's really young. I'm sure DJ would have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, where is DJ? I think he was supposed to be on here today.
I don't know. He is. Yeah, he's trying to figure it out still. He texted me.
Okay. So Manchester United. So your transfer window so far, what do you think? What did you guys get? Højlund, right?
Yeah. I probably have a different opinion than most. I think our team, I mean, from before Højlund and Amrabat, I think it was worse than last year. Our midfield got worse. With what we have, I don't think we made an improvement with our goalkeeper either. We give up too many good chances that De Gea saved. And although, why am I blanking on his name?
Onana.
Yes. Although Onana's great with his feet, we're not a team ready to be playing with the ball. So it's not as useful. We need a shot stopper first and foremost, and De Gea was that. So I do think it could be better, but initially this year I don't see it. And then Mount, we don't even need to talk about that. He doesn't fit either. But
yeah.
Hopefully
Pierce can talk all about Mason Mount, that's for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully Amrabat fits in. Him and Casemiro in the middle. Bruno in front of them, and then Højlund up top. We'll see with those two if things change, but wasn't too impressed with the window.
Yeah. Well, who would you want to drop like so far that you've seen that have been playing in the starting 11 or even like coming in on the bench that you just don't want to see?
The number one person for me, I am a big hater. It will never happen, but Rashford. I can't with that guy.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone make the wrong decision 90% of the time in the final third. He gets goals because he's so quick, so athletic, he can get the chances, but at the end he always makes the wrong decision and can't beat defenders. I don't know. There's just something about him that I just can't. And then another one, he got hurt, but Luke Shaw's another one, only because we've had him for so long and we haven't been getting results since he's been on our team. So kind of like Chelsea, just change things up. We need to see something different just to completely change it and see if anything else is going to work.
Got it. I would say for Tottenham, point of view, I definitely don't want to see Richarlison anymore. I think he's had enough chances, and he's too emotional too on the pitch. Like whenever something doesn't go his way, he's always arguing, kind of like a Bruno Fernandes in that way. Like he's always complaining, always on the ground. It's Brazilian for you, but he's also just not good. Like at hold up play, he's also not good at like distribution. Like I just don't see why he would ever be back into the squad of Tottenham's starting 11, because we put Sonny up front last game, and we did great. He scored a hat trick, so I don't see how that we could ever put Richarlison back in there, just because he's just not it. I don't think so anyway. So all right, joining us now, DJ. I think I see a black screen of DJ, but he should be in here, and we'll get some introductions from him shortly. He's having some technical issues, I think. But nevertheless, we don't want to talk about Arsenal anyway, so. I don't see. There he is. The man, DJ. How you doing, man? Okay. Hey, it's our first ever stream, okay? So there's a learning curve. So we'll get the hang of it eventually. So yeah. So
he's definitely having some technical difficulties over there.
He definitely is. Let's do top 4 predictions, yeah? All right, so I'm going to just start off and say that Tottenham are going to win the league. Let's go, baby. Tottenham are going to win the league this year. I'll tell you why, man. I'll tell you why, right? No Europe, okay? We got the best signing of the summer, James Maddison. He's gonna just change things for us. We needed to get him years ago. Tottenham needed to sign him years ago, and he was always on our radar. We just never could get the money figured out or whatever. But yeah, now that he's on the team, he's just making a huge change for us. So, and maybe not the title, but I really think Tottenham, first or second this year. So, DJ, are you there? Okay. All right. So, Pierce, where's Chelsea finishing this year?
We will be lucky if we get Europa League.
Whoa. Start over. Say it again?
I said we will be lucky if we get Europa League.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
It's definitely a rebuilding stage for you guys, huh?
Definitely. So, I don't have any expectations. I just hope to God that we can get some type of European competition, because we don't have Champions League or anything either, so it should be easier on the players.
But you guys just are not vibing as a squad, I feel like.
Nope, not yet. It's crazy. We were actually doing really well in preseason. Well, we were doing really well in preseason, and Poch had a really interesting lineup, and then when Christopher Nkunku got injured, he changed it all up, and he's trying to shoehorn these older guys in, like Chilwell and Thiago Silva, and he's playing a back three, and it's all different. Yeah. So I don't have any expectations for them, but
just make Europe next year. Is that your goal?
I would say so. That'd be really good.
Yeah. DJ, I think you're here. I think you're active and ready to go. How you doing?
Hey, man, it's good to be here. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're ready to rock.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens, man. So we talked about a little bit of club, how you think your club's done so far, even though it's been 4 games. What are your expectations, and what are your thoughts on the season so far?
From an Arsenal perspective, I think it's been pretty good. I mean, unfortunately, we dropped points to Fulham, and that was at home as well, but we always ship goals at home. But lack of concentration. But I mean, we're playing okay footy. I don't think we've been playing that great, and we've still been beating teams. So hopefully it's a lot like Man City. Start off slow and end like a juggernaut. That'd be really nice. But I think this year's gonna be more competitive than last year. All around. I mean, you see Spurs finally are doing something which is incredible for you guys. I don't know what happened to Man United. They're in turmoil. Who else you got? City. They're always going to be pretty good. And I mean, you got like the teams like the middle of the pack, like Brighton, kind of the top middle. They're playing some dangerous footy. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be really interesting.
And I think Arsenal have like learned their lessons from last year too. You know, because they had a really strong run there last year. Then at the end they kind of like faded off. But I think probably this year, I think they learned their lesson and they're like, okay, like we can't make the same mistakes as we did at the end of the season, So
yeah, I mean we have a young nucleus, right? So I think every year that they're together and they have the chance to gel and people start getting older, taking on more leadership roles, and bringing in Declan Rice was immense from a leadership perspective, and he's a great footballer. So yeah, I mean I'm pretty positive. Pretty positive.
Yeah, what are your top 4 predictions, DJ? Real quick.
Top 4
I know it's
predictions.
early. It's early, but
In any order, or just the top 4?
no particular order. Doesn't matter.
Wait, quick question before we do top 4. Is it top 5 next year to go to the Champions League?
I did not know that.
For some reason, I thought that. But anyways, I'll just go with the top 4. So I think top 4 is going to be, City, Arsenal. I was going to say United, but they've really fallen off, and I don't know. I think there's a lot going on there. But, honestly, Spurs might be able to nick it. They might be able to nick it. Let's see if the longevity of Ange Ball holds it down.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Oh, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool, sure.
Yeah. Liverpool are always right there, They're always just one of those annoying teams. Always fighting at us. Kelman, I don't know if you said it earlier. Is Manchester United making the top 4?
Oh yeah. We're still gonna get through barely. And DJ, I just read the top 5 of the top 2 leagues make the Champions League next year. So I'm okay with 5th as long as we're in the Champions League next year.
Well, how do you become the top 2 leagues? Like what?
I don't know. There's a long list of qualifications, which we'll get into a different time. But I don't know how they determine that.
I'm sure the Premier League is one of those leagues, though, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would assume. I think it just depends overall how your league does compared to others.
Yeah. So no one's saying Newcastle then, right?
I would watch out for Brighton. I feel like Brighton and De Zerbi is a force. They're scary.
They've scored the most goals out of any other club in the Premier League, even more than City right now. So that doesn't even make sense. I don't even understand how that.
De Zerbi is a good coach, and I know a lot of players like to play for him. So
yeah,
he has a really good reputation, and his team is probably dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know how they continue to do it too. They lose multiple players every year, and they just continue to somehow be on top and continue to win. And not only just win, but they play really good football too.
Yeah, they have like that like connection between the players. I don't know what it is, but they have some good stuff going over there at Brighton. So, So what else do you guys want to talk about?
Have you guys seen any highlights from the international
Newcastle
break?
Ahead of Manchester United.
Would you say Newcastle ahead of Manchester United?
We'll see how the season ends up. I don't know what he said, but I think I don't think Newcastle is going to end up ahead of Manchester United. I know it's a slow start for Newcastle, but I don't know. I can't see them gaining that many more points, because last year they were always kind of like towards the top.
Yeah.
And they kind of just held their way up there. But now that they're so far down, like I can't see them coming that way up. I don't know. That's
Well,
what I think.
my quick thoughts with Newcastle are last year
Yeah.
they played to their strengths, which are set pieces. If you watch their game, they would just foul nonstop, even on defense, because they knew they could defend set pieces. Everyone on their team's over 6'4". And this year they have better players now, so they're trying to play a little bit more, which is preventing them from fouling. And now they're getting exposed. So they have to figure out their back line and their defensive issues. Because last year they were, I think, the number one defense in the Prem. And that was just because
Ben Botman was just a revelation for them.
Yeah, I mean, they have Byrne playing left back, a 6'7" left back who is just getting exposed now, whereas last year they would just foul every time and he'd be perfectly fine back there.
Yeah. Who was their left back last year? Because I know right back was Trippier.
It was still him last year, but they would just continue, like I said, they would just continue to foul. So really it was just set piece. They would just defend that. But now they're actually not doing that. So they're getting exposed.
So they're trying a brand new system of football pretty much right now.
Yeah.
Even with the same coach. That's weird.
Same coach, but now they have better players. They can actually start getting into a system with Tonali in the middle is really good.
Oh, true. Yeah. I heard about him before he came.
Yeah.
I was a fan of him. So the Italian Tonali.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think them too. Again, a lot of teams have a learning curve with their additions.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the one player that doesn't have a big learning curve so far has been James Maddison for Spurs. He's just fit right in. That's why I was like, oh man, we should have gotten him years ago because he just fit right in. And then in the summer when Harry Kane was still at Tottenham, they were always together talking and they were buddies and stuff and they were mates. And I was like, okay, I think Harry might actually stay this season because him and Maddison are getting along. Every single time I saw a photo of Maddison, Kane is right next to him every single time. So I was like, okay, they're probably friends. Like he's probably gonna stay. But no, really, they were talking about, hey, man, when I leave, you can take my number 10 jersey to Maddison. He's like, hell yeah, okay, cool.
If Maddison can stay healthy a whole season, then Spurs can make a run. That's his problem, though. He can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
How's your guys' defense?
Our defense, we actually got his name is let's see, Mickey Van de Ven. And he's a young, very I don't know. He's kind of he's a quick defender, like center back. Like he's lanky kind of, so he's quick, and I think he fits into Ange's system because we like to push our fullbacks forward into the midfield and to flood the midfield. So then we only have two in the back, and he likes fast defense center backs that can just move around and run. And that's why Dyer is nowhere near playing for us right now. Eric Dyer, he's not even in our substitutions, and yeah, he's way down the pecking order right now. So
it seems like
he's too slow.
It does seem like an upgrade from Dyer and also Sanchez. You guys shipped out Sanchez, didn't you?
We did, yeah. But he did I thought Ange did like Sanchez because he was quick too. But it was just his time to leave. So
I love the Spurs outside backs though. But both sides, Porro and what's his name, Udogie.
Yeah, Udogie.
They're both really good. Can both attack, can both defend. And with Porro's out, then Emerson Royal's awesome too.
Yeah, the thing about Porro is kind of poor at defending though. He can get caught behind and he's chasing, and then we ended up giving up goals and stuff. So he is I think a defensive liability for us. But Royale, he's a better defender, but not as good of attacker. So
yeah,
kind of whatever we need, we can put him in there. So, but yeah, but let's see. So, what club do you think is going to surprise us the most this year? Pierce?
I think maybe Nottingham Forest. They've signed a bunch of players, and they took Andre Santos from us, which I'm very sad about. So maybe he'll make an impact this year. I know they wanted Trevor Chalobah, and he denied the loan at the last minute. So I know they're making moves.
Who's the first guy you said? For those who don't know,
Andre Santos is he's really young. I think he's 19 or 20. Brazilian midfielder, and I thought he was going to make our first team this year, and then at the last minute, one of the last days, he got sent off to Nottingham Forest.
On a loan, or is it permanent?
No, it's a loan.
Okay.
But
Nottingham
Yeah.
have some good players coming. I mean, their striker, man, I can't even pronounce his name, like Awiowi or something like that. I don't know.
He just scores goals.
He
He
scores
does.
every game. Every single game he scores. It's like,
The
and
fantasy
if you
asset
have a
right there.
striker that's consistent like that, like even if you're a bottom club, if you have a striker that's consistent like him, then you can do wonders, throughout the
Yeah.
season. So,
I think losing Brennan Johnson was huge, though.
oh
He
yeah,
was-
baby.
Yeah, he was a good player. He fit in perfect with them, and he had the number one role there with Spurs. I don't know what kind of role he's gonna have there, but
Yeah, he's gonna have to prove himself at Spurs for sure.
Yeah. they'll need Forrest got Hudson and Doy. They got a few other wingers
They
to try
did.
to replace him. So we'll see if they can do it.
Yeah,
They
and they got
grabbed,
that one Morgan Gibbs dude. Sorry, DJ.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs is a baller. They also that kind of flew under the radar, and I think it's going to be the signing of the season was Sagare, the center defensive mid they got, I believe, from the French league. Either that or for maybe from PSV. But regardless, he's a baller. I mean, we played against him last year. Arsenal did, and he bossed the midfield. I think he's going to be a great asset for that team, especially someone that could finally facilitate the ball to Gibbs White and let him cook.
Yeah. Right now, what are they in the league? I think they're like in the top 10. I think
They're top 10. I
The
think
first-
they're 8 or 9.
Yeah. Definitely improvement from last year. Because last year it was a bunch of new players for them. When they signed like the record amount of players in one season, like 30 or 20 or something like that.
Yeah, they signed They did what Chelsea did this year, last year, with
Yeah.
That's
a
true.
few tiers below players.
So it just proves
I do wonder,
it takes
Pierce
some
is
time
a-
for that.
Pierce is a Chelsea fan, correct?
yes, Chelsea through and through.
Is that why you brought up Nottingham Forest as your surprise team? Because what they did to you guys?
Dude, we look like a B team, man. We look like a B team. It's terrible.
It's all right.
The thing
It's a
about
long season,
Chelsea
you'll
is
be
like
all
your stats look good besides like the goals itself and the wins, obviously.
We're creating a ton of chances. Like we have like the first amount of chances I think in the league, or something
yeah.
like first or second. It's
shots.
crazy.
And not
Yeah.
just chances, shots and stuff, and possession and like all that stuff.
Just we're like
So what's wrong?
allergic to scoring. I don't know what it is. It's insane.
Do you need Tammy Abraham back?
I would love Tammy Abraham back. Yeah, I would. Honestly, that'd be cool.
Because he's had a
Yeah,
lot
he was
of
like scoring like
experience since he
20
left,
goals
too.
like at Chelsea too, and then Thomas Tuchel shipped him off. I was upset about that.
That didn't make any sense to me. I didn't get that.
But we just like to sell our academy players just because it's pure profit. We're just like greedy like that. It's just sad, like ruthless. But Nicholas Jackson looks great, but I think he's just got nerves or something. Just like being in the Premier League all of a sudden, he looked great in
Yeah.
preseason, but that was America. This is like the real thing. So I think maybe it's just got his nerves or something. He's new.
Yeah.
Just give him time. And like, he's still very he looks threatening for sure. He looks dangerous as hell, but it's just a matter of time.
Let's talk about players that we think we need, like in January. So Pierce, just because you were already talking, what player do you want to sign in January to help improve?
I don't know.
A striker, maybe?
Maybe an experienced player of any type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll give
think we
you George-
really need any more players, though. That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
our
the
squad's
problem
already
is
big. Like
They just gotta figure out
Pochettino's already
just gotta
talking
figure out
about
the
how
right
big it
player.
is.
Sorry, Calvin, go ahead.
Sorry. I said they just got to figure out the right players. I don't know if they need anyone, but they just got to make sure they get the right group in there.
That's a good point. Yeah, because they did go heavy this summer. Calvin, who do you think you guys need, if anybody?
Everybody.
Y'all are in the mud.
A back line for sure. At least to have people behind. I don't want to see Harry Maguire step on a soccer field for Man United ever. Even a right back. Bisaka is so good defensively, but just has no idea what he's doing with the ball on his feet. So just starting on the back line and then go from there.
Got it. I think Maguire scored an own goal today or yesterday for England. So good for him.
He's on the score sheet.
Attaboy.
There you go.
Attaboy.
DJ, what about you?
Personally, I like a little more depth in midfield. I don't know. I think that the Kai Havertz purchase hasn't gone to plan. I still gonna sing his glory, and I still want him to do well, but I think it's gonna take a lot longer than we expected. We kind of thought that shelling out 65 mil, 70 mil, he'd hit the ground running. It's not the case. He is playing a new position, but I would like a little more depth there. But the problem is, if we do that, then you're kind of shutting out Emile Smith-Rowe, right? Who needs to have a redemption arc. We have Fabio Vieira, who's playing immense football when he gets his minutes. I mean, we have options. I guess the only other thing with Timber, tearing his ACL in the first game of the season, I'd also like a little more depth in the outside back, because I think for us to make a push this year, we're going to have to keep our back line healthy. And if Saliba goes down, we saw what happened last year when Saliba goes down. So, and then if Saliba's injured, and then who knows with Zinchenko. I mean, he plays 4 games and then he's injured for 2 games, So a little more depth outside back that could probably be kind of double down as a center back. It'd be nice. Tomiyasu looks like he's playing really well for Japan, so we'll see. I would grab an outside back and I'd grab a center mid.
Got it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, money doesn't really get you goals, does it? I think Richarlison kind of has been proving that as well for us. So I think he cost 60 million plus add-ons or whatever, and so he's had 31 appearances in the Premier League and 1 goal in 31 appearances. Like, it's been pretty rough to watch. So we need a Harry Kane replacement at Tottenham. Sonny is not a natural striker, and he's 32 years old or so. So he doesn't have the stamina he used to have. We need somebody else that can come in the forward role and just like score goals that we used to have with Harry Kane. So, yeah, Harry Kane is just one of those players, like he can score goals out of nothing. And we just thought, for Charleston might be able to do that too, right? Like, but not everyone's Harry Kane, like the way he can score. So it's crazy. Because without Harry Kane, we were just complete shit. Like, he is literally the only reason why we were anywhere near, the top 10. But what were you saying?
I could see Ferguson at Brighton being a top target for you guys. You have the Harry Kane money for 100 mil. Yeah. I can see you guys going in for him if they sell him or not.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't know if Brighton want to sell any more players at this point. It's like they're in Champions League. They got to keep some players. But Evan, whatever his name is, pretty young player though.
Yeah, he's still 18. Evan Ferguson.
Yeah.
Evan Ferguson, yeah.
I could see that move too. Spurs would be a good upgrade for him.
Yeah.
What about Ivan Toney?
I think he would be a good option for us. I think he's suspended for a little bit, isn't he? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. I think he's available in January.
Still around then, yeah.
He's what now?
I said I think he's available in January.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pierce is correct there.
Okay, good. Well then, yeah, that would be perfect then. I think he would be great for our squad because he can score goals out of nothing,
I know I've heard links with Chelsea as well, but I'm sure he's going to be overpriced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Especially because of his betting.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know why he's going to be overpriced, but he's probably going to cost 60 plus at least minimum.
Oh, how old is he? It's probably because of his age too.
Well, he's English.
He's
too, right?
Yeah, he's English. I think he's 26, 27, 28. He's right in that prime era
for a striker for sure.
Yeah, but you got to think as well.
A good 6 years.
Brentford. The reason they rose to prominence, right, was the Moneyball tactic they did. Find players that produce well that are undervalued, bring them to the forefront, and then sell them off. So honestly, because who's the last guy they sold? The outside mid for West Ham.
Ben Rama.
Yeah, Ben Rama.
Yeah.
I forget what was the price tag on that bad boy, 35 mil or something like that. I could see Tony going for yeah, you're right, 60, 70. English tax for sure.
Yeah.
So,
homegrown.
Yeah.
We need a bad boy at Chelsea for sure.
West Ham are actually up there too. We can't forget about them.
We're
the
proud,
noisy
baby.
neighbors of London that we all hate. Well,
yeah, they use that Declan Rice money immediately, and their midfield is looking good. Ward-Prowse was a huge addition last minute.
What a good signing that was.
Yeah, Kudus is a good call too, Paris.
every single like corner that he has is perfect for Prowse. Absolutely perfect. It's crazy. Is he beating David Beckham's record for the most free kicks Premier League this season? He needs 2 more to beat it. He's
100%.
definitely gonna get it, right? Especially on a good team like West Ham, at least this year. He's gonna get a lot of free kick opportunities, more than he did at Southampton, probably too.
Yeah,
That Jared Bowen is one fucking player this year.
He's filthy.
And last year
filthy.
too. So another good English player. I feel like he should be on the England squad, right? Is he English or is he like?
No, he's English. He's been called up before.
He's English. 2 years ago he was called up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ward-Prowse should have got the call up too, man.
Yeah, I don't understand Southgate's like squad. I mean, he has like Calvin Phillips in there and players that just don't even play for their club. Like,
don't even get me started, man.
I don't even like to watch England because I don't like Southgate at all. He pisses me off. So, all right, guys, first manager to get sacked this season. Let's go negative.
Oh, first manager to get sacked.
So
I think it's going to be the same. Okay, yeah.
Eddie Howe.
No way.
Eddie Howe.
No.
Oof. Could be with all the money they have, they could replace him in a second.
Probably Eric Ten Hag. I could see him getting sacked.
No shot.
Oh, dude, his recruitment's miserable.
The
recruitment's miserable, and you know everyone's kind of connected to him somehow. You're not even playing good football. I mean, I just don't understand what you're holding on for. Get rid of him.
I'm not someone who agrees or disagrees with that, but I just don't think it will happen. They're going to give him time. If they gave Ole time, they're definitely going to give him a little more time.
He had 2 years.
And he already won the EFL Cup.
Yeah. There's no way they're going to sack him, no matter what he does. They're not sacking him.
That'll help them a little bit. I know it's kind of laughable. It is laughable, but it's like, as a Tottenham fan, I'd fucking take it. Like,
I think you already crashed out of it, man.
We did actually, and I'm gonna forget about that, like, because that was Ange with a little brain fart. I don't know what he did, dude, because we're all just trying to forget that ever happened, because that was a bad management call from him. He made like 10 changes or something like for that game, and it didn't make any sense. But anyway, I think it's gonna be the Luton coach, because he just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not there in their fucking, training sessions or anything, but they're not doing well. And, yeah, he's probably going to be the first one to go. Or Burnley's manager. What is his name? Man City guy.
No.
Vincent Company?
No.
Company, dude. What the hell is he doing? He's just like,
I think both those teams had a really tough schedule to start, though. Their first 4 games were they played against like 3 of the 4 top teams.
But they also had like a week off, Burnley, where everyone else had played like 3 games and they only played 1 at the time. So they had a bunch of time off to like recover and stuff, and they still look like shit.
Well, have you been watching Burnley? They play attractive football. I mean, I can't argue with Luton. I don't even know what's going on there. They can't even figure out their own stadium. You're walking through people's back doors, man. But
yeah,
it's got to be Sean Dyche, dude. Everton's in shambles. He's not getting the tune out of the players. That's what he's brought in for. And to be honest with you, he doesn't even have a striker. I don't even know what's going on. They just signed this guy out of Italy that has like 9 goals, and he's 6'4", right? But who knows? Who knows? If that doesn't work out, I can see him on the chopping block for sure.
Didn't he beat Arsenal his first game in charge, though?
Yeah, you know what's funny? He's probably going to beat us this weekend, too.
And then save his job for another, like, 6 weeks or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Everton relegated. I would love to see Everton relegated. I don't know why.
I like him.
I hate Everton, dude. I've always hated Everton.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway.
Dude, the Toffees. If your name is the Toffees, like,
we're the
Lily to be relegated. That too. You deserve to be relegated.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, man. Well, what are your predictions this weekend on our game back? What do you guys think?
Are we going down the fixtures? So I need to bring them up.
Just like your club or whatever.
We got Brighton this week, and I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, they're going to be possessing the ball on us, or it's going to go back to that week 1 game where we just looked terrible. Hopefully Amerbet and Hoyland both start, see what they can do. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, Matoma's going to have his
Is
way.
that how you say his name? I thought it was like Mitamuma or something like that. So it is Matuma?
Matoma?
Matoma. Okay. And that other guy, Sonny March or Solly March, dude. Yeah.
And
they're going to score like 4 goals every game, dude.
Ansu Fati or whatever from Barcelona as well.
Oh, yeah, it'll be interesting to watch him too.
Oh, yeah. I do know that guy.
And Evan Ferguson. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day to be a United fan, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, just like every other week.
Oh, man.
Pierce, who are you guys playing this weekend? Chelsea.
We play Bournemouth.
Nah,
but
okay, DJ, who are you guys playing?
I don't really watch Bournemouth too much, so I don't even know how they're doing, really.
Sounds like a snore fest to me.
Well, they have Solanke, but I don't know anything else really about them.
Bournemouth, so they got the manager over in Spain, right? He came over and supposed to bring all this attractive footy. I haven't really seen it much from him. They did make Tyler Adams, right? They signed Tyler Adams, a defensive mid, the American. So I think he'll help bolster the midfield. It looks like Brooks is back on the score sheet. So I mean, I hope Chelsea beats them. I expect them to beat them. But Bournemouth, I think they'll be all right. They'll stay up.
Yeah, they'll give you problems. We played them, I think, the first game or the second game of the season. So they're a tough team. I mean, even though they're a small club, like small stadium and everything, yeah, they'll make you fight for it. So Tottenham are playing Sheffield United, so another team that got promoted this season. Don't know a whole lot about them. Looking at their squad, it looks like a bunch of players from that they had last year. I didn't see a whole lot of new players that they got.
They just got Cameron Archer.
They got who now?
Cameron Archer came from Aston Villa, striker. Goal and assist last game as his first game for him. So that's probably the only person you're going to have to worry about. Although they almost beat City or got a result from City, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, City beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything can happen in the Premier League, right? So
that's true. I
guess
guess
got that McBurney guy, which is like the local lad from Sheffield.
Cool story.
Yeah. Crowd favorite. So
I guess I'll round out the fixtures with we play Everton, I think, at Goodison. So this will either be the nail in the coffin for Sean Dyche or like you said, we'll prolong his stay at Goodison Park, because who knows, man, we can dominate them for 90 minutes and they're going to score in the 92nd minute and steal something. So
I feel like Everton always give Arsenal a hard time.
Dude, every time, except for away. At home, we
at home
destroy them. Yeah. So
interesting. Cool. Well, any final thoughts before we close it out?
Yeah, up the gun, baby. It's our year.
The gun.
It's our year.
Do you guys remember when back in the day when Chelsea had that really sexy medical lady that would come out and help the players?
Mourinho era.
Yeah, and Eva Carneiro.
Yep.
Back when, and then Jose yelled at her and got her fired or whatever.
We need to bring her back because our players are all injured constantly, and we need some beautiful, sexy medical team lady to come in and fix our team up real good. So Eva
Carneiro
Carneiro
definitely had fun with her, dude.
Go to the training room.
Come back to Chelsea. Come back. We need you.
You can take
players are gonna start faking injuries just to hang out with her.
I know. Just think John Terry probably did that. Where's John Terry at these days?
I need a massage.
I think John Terry was just playing in a charity match recently.
Yeah, I saw that. He scored a goal in the 26th minute.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, man. But yeah, I kind of like what Pierce is after. He could do the Crystal Palace route and have cheerleaders.
Oh shit! I didn't know they had cheerleaders.
They have
We need
cheerleaders.
some
yeah,
voodoo
dudes.
so we can get some goals and we can stop getting injuries. So
There you go. Kelman, real quick, what's going to happen with United?
With
Well, your winger situation. One is suspended, and the other one doesn't want to play for you.
That's tough. That's tough. It'd be nice to see, Pelistri's been pretty solid, but I want to see Diallo. Diallo's nice, little tricky player on the ball, lefty. We need more lefties on our team, so I want to see him play. Hopefully, he gets some minutes. And of course, Garnacho. I don't know if they would move Garnacho on the right, but I love that man. He's the next.
Man,
He's the next big thing.
Oh,
He's the
man.
real
he
deal.
almost scored last game. Almost beat Liverpool.
that was a
Arsenal.
sad call.
Oh, that was Arsenal. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that
It's
was
a really sad
Arsenal. I'm
call.
sorry.
That
You're
was
right.
disappointing. The VAR line was off.
Yeah, wrong angle.
Shit.
Wrong
You're
angle.
starting to sound like you're Eric Ten Hag, dude. The complaints about everything. Oh my gosh.
Bruno and him. That's why they get along.
Let's try. Yeah, if that's my club captain, I know where my club's going.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Oof.
Who is your
Not-
captain
not
right
e-
now? Arsenal.
Odegaard.
Is it Chaka? Oh, okay.
Martin.
Okay.
Martin. Class act
Got it.
that.
Nice. Where's Thomas Party these days? Partey.
Well, I don't know, man. His hamstring doesn't work, so he's on the bench.
Got it.
Yeah.
He's injured.
He's injured. He'll be injured for a while, actually. We won't even have him when we play you guys.
He's good. You need him.
I know. We
Yeah.
do need him. Although that means we push Declan Rice up further. Would he play an 8 as well as he plays the 6?
Declan Rice is all over the pitch. That guy just doesn't stop running.
It's true. He's a machine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a good signing there.
What are your
You guys
thoughts,
paid
Parker?
a fortune for him, though.
Yeah, and I'll pay it again. Worth his weight in gold, baby.
Yeah. My thoughts on what?
Ange Ball. Are people going to figure you guys
Ooh.
out? What's going on?
Ange Ball, man. I love it. Not only do the fans love it, but the players like playing into the system. Like, they actually enjoy playing there too, and they get to have like the freedom to do what they want. And that's not something that they got to do with Conte. Conte was just like, I don't know what kind of ball that was. It was just like defensively, and it was just really boring to watch. The players didn't enjoy doing it either. Like, nobody liked it, so it was just always gonna fail. And this year, I think the players are excited. We finally have like a midfielder that can like distribute the ball and cross it, because we haven't had a free kick taker in forever. I mean, since I've been watching Spurs. So Harry Kane would take the free kicks and just hit the wall every single time, or Sonny would take it and Sonny used to take the not the free kicks, but the corners as well. And I mean, that hasn't got us anywhere in 6-7 years. So Madison is just a huge signing for us, and I think it's not going to slow down. I don't think anytime soon. So.
Yeah, I mean,
And we got
Madison-
Bentancur coming back. If you guys remember him, Rodrigo Bentancur.
Is he going to slot in the midfield? Whose spot he's going to take?
He'll take Sar's spot
I
probably.
think so. Yeah, Basuma's been awesome. Both of them have, but Basuma, you can't take his spot. He's been so good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
so
Basuma and him will be a great partnership, because Basuma, they're both so calm on the ball, and they just slow the game down, both of them. So it'll be good to watch them both on the team or on the field together. So
Is Bentancur more of a holding? Is he more of a holding mid, or is he?
He's more of like, I wouldn't say like a creative, but not like a holding. Like, he's in between, so he can like slow the game down, but then just like give it off to Madison,
Okay.
But he's more of like an like attack minded player. Basuma would be more of like a tackle or like defensive minded. He's just one of those like players before you give it to like Madison or before you give it to the wingers. Like, he can start the play off from the back. So
I honestly don't think he slots in. I think the way you guys are playing, you seem pretty stable. Everything seems to be balanced. I think if you introduce him, you might lose that defensive stability that you guys have created in the midfield for the first time in a while.
Well, I think he would only help our defense, because I think, Sarr is he's skinny, but he's actually pretty strong, like, surprisingly. Like, he pushes players out of the way, and he's like really aggressive. So you have a point there. I think because Sarr is obviously making his mark right now in our midfield. He already scored a goal, and he's impressing everybody. So, but the thing is, just Bentancur was so good last year for us that. But at the same time, we have a new manager, a new coach, so he might not rate him as much. So he might, because he hasn't played. Bentancur hasn't played in our preseason at all or any game. So
Yeah, you don't want to take that confidence away from Sarr either. He's been on one.
yeah,
Exactly.
Little by little, you might introduce him, but right away, I don't think he's going to be able to get in there and take a spot. Or I don't think he should.
We'll see. He's back in training now. He's supposed to be back by January, but it might be even earlier than that. But we'll see what happens. So
I think, yeah, I mean,
Breeze could happen.
in the big games, I don't think he's going to play. I think it's going to be a lot of the games where it's going to be you guys are going to dominate possession because he's tricky on the ball and he ships goals. I mean, when he chipped in for 5 or 6 last year, he was on a roll for a while there. So, yeah, dude, you guys actually look pretty good, and I hate to say it.
Yeah, I'm excited. All this Tottenham fans are just super happy right now. So I haven't felt this way ever. So
I think we have you in 2 weeks.
Okay, the Champions League final was yeah. Other than that, but yeah, it's potential is huge right now for Spurs. So yeah, we're happy.
Right on.
So yeah. All right. Well, any last words or anything else you guys want to bring up?
No. I guess the only other thing is how often are we trying to at least do this like once a week?
Yeah, once. I mean, because it's been international breaks, there's not a whole lot to talk about. But yeah, every week there'll be more shit to talk about and stuff. So
cool. So
we'll always
Tuesdays.
rotate our squad and shit. So sometimes you guys aren't gonna be able to do it, and we'll switch people out and stuff. So
I'm rocking with it.
Perfect.
yeah, but yeah, it's our first time, so obviously there are a lot of things to learn and stuff, and yeah, we'll get it soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'll just stream it from my phone because my computer doesn't work.
Got it. Yeah, it's way better now because earlier you were skipping, your voice was skipping and everything.
Yeah.
So,
It's also
but
freeze
anyway,
frames I didn't want to see.
right on, guys. Well, thanks for joining us on our first ever episode of Premier Talk TV. We'll see you next week.
See you, gents.